Hello everybody and welcome back to FM2020 with me TW1. I am back again for another episode in the 5th season. I think this is episode 4 or 3? I can't remember. There's so many in so many short amount of times I forget. Anyway, less of that shit. Let's get on with the actual stuff. Schedule. Let's catch up on how we've been doing. It's been a lot better than it was, but we have just lost 2 games in a row. So first and foremost, we'll get to the game that we saw on the screen, which was QPR 1-1 draw. We then go to Burton Albion in the Leasing Cup. They are a League 2 side. Sky Bet League 2, which is handy for us because it allowed us to score some goals and gain some confidence. Etiti scored 2 goals. Carl McFarlane got one, and Adam Marriage scored as well in that game. Etiti had a good game, so I gave him another start in the next one. We then went to Fleetwood at home. They were 23rd in the division at the time, just in around us in the division actually, and we beat them 3-1. Etiti got another one. Charlie Oliver and Lewis Baines, the centre-back, scored the penalty. They scored 1 goal, but it wasn't enough for them. We took another good result of that one. We then go to Grimsby away. They are in and around us again in the table, and they beat us 2-1. Carl McFarlane did score early on in this game, and I was excited by it. 2 late-ish goals for them. Got all of the 3 points for them, though, which is a shame. And then we lost 1-0 to Exeter. I would like to try and turn some of these losses, like the 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, or 1-goal loss, into draws, because that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Like if you can turn like 3 of them into draws, that's 3 points. And if we look at the table, 3 points is like the difference between 21st, which is in the relegation zone, and 14th. That's ridiculous. Like this is a very, very, very tight division. So any good little run of form here, and I think we're mid-table in security, and we're safe. It's not going quite that way, though. We're not picking up the results as we should, so it's not going exactly great. Tactics-wise, we've made no real changes to the tactics. If it actually wants to click, hello, thank you very much for that one. Yeah, no real changes to the tactic. Jack Scott has only played 1 game so far, I think, and he came on centre mid. He didn't even come on up top. I played him in advanced playmaker because he can also play that role because he can pass the football. He hasn't got the greatest vision, but he came on for Scott because there was an injury crisis for a while, which is going well. So I want to get Scott some football. They're talking about getting Scott some football. I'm going to throw him straight up top for this game because I want to give Etiti some more playing time because he's in good form and playing well, but he hasn't scored in a couple of games, so it's time to drop him out the side again and get rid of that. Analytical-wise, we've been doing fine. Like that's why I'm not too concerned about the way that we are playing. There's no massive negatives here that are really concerning me. In fact, we've got 3 super green positives compared to 1 red negative, which is handy for us. We are conceding goals from outside of the box, and that has been a story as well. We've conceded a lot of very, very nice goals, which may do with the goalkeeper, which may be my fault for buying Giles, the young goalkeeper. Anyway, we'll gloss over that. We'll get to the game and we'll get the action underway for a double header, which is Salford and then Carlisle in this episode. The media has been on our backs for ages now. Time to prove them wrong. That is the exact response that I want. Attack passionately as well. I have some faith in you. And I'm also going to do something that I don't always do, which is set opposition instructions, because we need to be doing a few things. At the moment, we are tackling these 2 players hard, so the game is considering these as players that we can scare off the football, in my opinion. So Tom Walker has an 8 to 10 bravery. Yeah, he may be someone we want to chop. He's also got a left foot only, so yes, you definitely want to be showing him onto his weaker foot, which would be his right foot, so he cannot get any good shots or crosses away. And this guy, 2 to 6 bravery, is the exact person that you want to be hitting hard. You can bully him out of the game, and he's also got a lot of assists for them with good passing and good technique, or good vision and technique. So if you can scare him out of the game, that is a good thing. We're also going to press him as well, just to try and really bully him out of the game. Other little things, you just do this, you go through their team, and you pick out little things. If you find a player with maybe low composure and low concentration, you can high press them and you can then nick the ball off of them in them instances. Ryan Loft, I do know, is a solid player. He's quite good in the air, so you may want to man mark him tight because he's not exactly the tallest. He's not exactly the fastest of players. This guy, on the other hand, low bravery, but is quite fast. So low technique. So low technique really helps with your weaker foot. So we will definitely just say left foot for you. And we know exactly that we can go and tackle him hard to try and bully him out of the game. We won't mark him tight though, because that 14 acceleration and 14 pace could burn one of our centre backs and cause us some issues. So that is what I do before every game. I just go through here, pick out what I want to be trying analysing. I don't give it to my assistant manager because sometimes they make mistakes, and I'd rather do it myself. That is a very, very good centre back, and that is something to concern about. So yeah, with that all said and done, let's get kick-off underway. Let's get the action going as Scott knocks it back to Cabby, over to Oliver, and we can finally get a rainy... These are quite close to each other, aren't they? Salford and York. They're not million miles away from each other. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call it a derby, but they're not millions of miles away from each other, so probably a little bit of more of a localised game for the fans as they travel to York in the pouring rain and the rafters are full. The stadium does look good. We have getting some more expansion to the stadium. I'm not commentating this because it's the opening highlight. Oh no, it's not now. We're 2 minutes in. This is the real highlight. Kington with the ball down left hand side. Get the ball into the box, son. Cross it. Good man. Scott is quite short, isn't he? I've just noticed that. Davis. Lake. Good ball out to Kington. Early cross. Early cross. Took too long. McFarlane header straight at the goalkeeper. Is there a way of just like shouting at a player to all I want you to do is get one touch and launch the ball? I don't really care about you being patient about it out there. That is probably a tactic thing that I should be changing. That's a good tackle and a good ball forward. And Scott, the new signing, gets away. Scott, 1-on-1 with the keeper. That's a good save by Chapman. Yeah, Scott there. Could do with being a little bit more clinical, hopefully. Kington with the ball in. Loft with a header away. I would like to do set pieces again because I feel like we have some real weapons when it comes to our defence. Mainly because Cabby, when he is playing, is like 6'4" and can jump super high. I think he's like 6'4" or something. Ben Cabby, what are you? 6'3" with 17 jumping reach. We should be trying to utilise that ability. There is Walker for them though. Or our Ibis. Just trying to pressure him a little bit. Now King Harms brings the ball forward for them. Good closing down by McFarlane. That's a good dropping back and a tackle. And Scott's launched a long ball over the top to the other Scott. Scott with a chance. Oh, it's a good save that. Might need to change one of these guys' names. Jack Scott. You are getting a nickname, my friend. Nickname. You are just going to be called Jack. So that's easier for me. Or it's going to be Scott to Scott. That's just going to be a mess. We're going to have a little bit of a shout for demand more because we've been good so far. And here is Scott P. Oh, unlucky son. Solomon hooks it away and Oliver closes that. So we get a flick on header. We have the ball. Chapman the ball forward. Davis brings it down on his chest. Lumping ball into the chest. The rain has stopped here at the community ground, I think it's called. Here's Coyle. I should know. It's been 5 seasons at this ground. I should know. Go on, Oliver. Lake. Do something with it, boy, Lakey boy. No. Just keeping it simple at the back so far. Any creativity out of any player? That's a lump down the centre of the pitch. And McFarlane made that look good. That was the ball out wide to Davis. I don't like to see them lump balls straight down the centre of the park. That was Davis. In towards Kington. Header. McFarlane's had a volley. It's been tipped and it's a wonderful save by all accounts. Or wonderful stuff from us. Corner, chance to get the ball into the box again. Kington with the ball in, headed away by Loft. Here's Lake. Do something. Here's Scott. Create. No, he can't. Now it's Oliver. Back to Scott. Can he create something, the young little midfielder? No, but he does get fouled and he wins a free kick for us. It's another chance to whip another ball into the box. Kington with the ball into the box. Oliver with a header, but it's just wide. It's been an action-packed 15 minutes here, isn't it? We have been the better side by a mile and we haven't taken any of our chances, which is scary to see because I just don't want to give Salford one chance. And I've just noticed they've got Lloyd Ishgrove on the bench, who is a very, very dangerous player, and they've also got Mayer, our old player that we just sold to them, who our scouts don't believe is very good either, and I thought he was past it when it came to this level, so nice to see he's on the bench and not playing. Lloyd Ishgrove, quite a good player. If you can, he used to be very good a couple of FMs ago. He used to be very good on FIFA as well. Career mode, that is, not Ultimate Team or anything. What a dull few minutes this is. Let's have a little shout for Get Creative. We're on positive already. I don't want to change that. They started to have a couple of shots at goal, but there's nothing crazy. Here's McFarlane quite deep. That's a long lump and ball, and Scott's done well to bring that down. Go on, Jack. Jack's doing well. Just driving and running, and Chapman saves that. Think it might be time to do something else when it comes to getting forwards. I'm going to say work the ball into the box, because I don't want them to... I don't want them to just shoot from wasted opportunities. We're making chances by all accounts. There you go, one click at opportunity, 4 half chances. Let's see if we can prize a real opening up and make some more clear-cut opportunities and finish one, hopefully. As we head towards half-time 0-0. A draw keeps us plumb in the same position. A win shoots us up to 14th, 15th, 16th in the table, and then we're a little bit more comfortable. We've been the better side, but we have struggled for possession in the opposition's half. No one's having exactly a bad performance, so we can't criticise anyone. Just going to need to say I'm very happy. Keep it up. But apparently they are not happy with that. I thought we were playing alright, boys. I'm nice to see that you think you can do better. Now go out and prove it, but I thought we were playing okay. King Harms. Loft. Little square ball. That's a lump into the corner. That's the ball I want to see from our centre halves. Into the corners, not down the centre of the pitch. Hume. Good tackle by Davis. Scott. I have also changed training because I did notice that the one game when we beat Fleetwood, I had done the training for that week and it worked out a lot better. So I'm hoping training and doing opposition instruction myself gets us a result. But here's a chance to solve with the ball into the box. Loft doesn't even jump for it. Oliver has a chance to clear and does. Down the line he finds McFarlane, who lumps it over the top for Scott. And Scott is away. Chance to go at goal. Oh, the keeper stops him, but he doesn't stop the second one. Jack Scott has scored his first goal for the club. Oh, McFarlane doesn't give the assist now because Chapman got a hand on the initial attempt, but I don't particularly care. It's in the back of the net. Good ball over the top from McFarlane. Exactly what I want to be seeing from him. He's got that vision, he's got the ability to do it, and he's done it wonderfully there. And Scott really has... He's stepped up this game. He's been very good on the counter-attack over the top, using that electric pace to his ability. I would like to see a little bit more out of him finishing-wise and, dispatching the first opportunity, as he does have 14 finishing, but, I'll take the victory. I'll take the lead, should I say, really. I don't particularly care. Let's shout for tomorrow more. Try and get them all focused up. The pressured. Brilliant. That's not how that works, but we do have a corner. Here is Kington. Don't really play in the box, do we? Here it's Oliver. Oliver with a little effort. That's off target, and that is a bit of a waste. Do we need to be making a sub? 60 minutes played. Anyone getting tired or anyone having a poor performance? No one's standing out as playing great, but no one's standing out as playing poor either. I suppose Scott and Scott are playing probably the best. Is there a highlight going on? There is. Here's Oliver. We'll just confirm that. Oh, there's no highlight going on. Gonna let the minute tick by a little bit. Don't want to make a change too early. I think Davis will probably be the first man to go because he's getting tired. As soon as I see a player dip below that 70% marge, that's where I'm thinking of trying to hook someone off. So we'll bring Nathan Dyer on for a few minutes. I think Adam Marich next will be the next one, probably for Lake in midfield. But Lake's been solid, so we might leave that alone. Let's leave that alone for now. I have just noticed that one of our strikers is starting to get a little bit tired, so we might just change one of them as well. We have got Mooney on the bench. He's back from his little knock. He twinged his hamstring, I think it was. Here is Scott. Tries to get past Casey. That's a good tackle, though. Scott again. Coyle. Nice little triangles in midfield. Now can we make something? Here's Kington. Tries to get the ball into the box. Finds Scott. Good little dribble. It's a weak effort at goal. What is your shooting at? Because that is a poor shot. Long shots 12. Finishing 10. I'd expect a little bit more from that, if I'm honest. Here's Sullivan. This has been a long game with lots and lots of highlights. That's a long ball over top for Thomas. Fuck. Really? That was shit. Keeper. Keeper, that was a brilliant play by Broughton. He just lumped the ball. That was really disappointing to see. That Keeps. You haven't covered yourself in glory there, have you? Where you going? Where are you going? What are you doing, Giles? Oh, shit me. We need to push forward now, don't we? Come on, boys. Don't let it happen like this. I want to make another sub. Don't know who to bring on off the bench, though, to make that happen. I think Giles might be the man we do it. Ryan Giles. I'm going to bring on left wing back. He is more attacking, more explosive, and we're even going to tell him, go for it, son. Go attacking. Don't care. And I'm going to tell Dyer to defend. We're then going to be a little bit lopsided and mainly force play down the left-hand side of the pitch as we try and utilise that as the main avenue of attacks, really, because I think we are better down that left-hand side. Here he is then. Giles is on. I may bring on Maric in that right-hand side of centre mid role and just slightly tweak it. Or maybe McFarlane. McFarlane's been quiet this game, but he has been solid with some of his passing. Can we get something out of this, boys? Get creative. Can we inspire them? Yeah, some are inspired, some are pressured. A 1-1 draw after being 1-0 up with, you know, these great stats would be quite frustrating, but it was a mistake from us that has given them the opportunity. Mayer's on, he's on CDM now, and Ishgroove's on as well. They swapped their formation to that flat four in midfield. They're happy with the 1-1 draw, it would seem. And with the final throw of the dice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go free up top. Bring Mooney on. So I sneak him through the middle. Yeah, we can. You can now be the advanced forward as well. Just going to drop Jack to a false 9 on support. He can play that, and then we can, the final few minutes to go, let's see if we can just drop to attacking, just get any action in the final couple of seconds of this game. Not looking likely, and I think the whistle is about to blow on this one, unless Scott can get the ball into the box towards McFarlane. Now Ishgroove heads away. Now it's Scott again, and the whistle has blown. That's frustrating. Like, that is frustrating. Scott was good. Both Scots were very good. He should have been better. Don't be too hard on the boys. You were unlucky tonight. See, that is probably the better way of putting it. Keeps, I will say though, that, you know, I'm not pleased with that. That was poor from you, goalkeeper. We'll get to the Carlisle game, who are 18th of the league, so a little bit in and around us, and hopefully we can win this one. Here we go then, no changes to the starting 11 for the game. We're up against the 4-3-3 with a DM formation in this one. Passionately, the media's been on our backs, so just keep saying that and keep reminding the boys that we could be doing better. The board, by the way, have dropped my rating as a manager from A+ to a C+, which I think is a bit harsh, because we were, you know, very, very much undermanned when it comes to this season, and I think we've been up against it in the sense of which, don't concede, oh my word. Conceding right there off a ball-day header would have been brutal, because that would have made this game a lot harder. I've just realised I haven't made opposition instructions. I haven't done opposition instructions because I am a fool, so I'll be back in a split second once I've done that. First real highlight of the game then, 8 minutes in. Let's see how this gets on. They've got some really, really long, crazy names in their team. Here's McFarlane, bring the ball forward. He fired the ball through the gap. He's found Jack. Jack's away. Jack scored. That's 2 in a row for Jacky, son. Get in, boy. Done the little roly-poly like Robbie Keane. Oh, I'm loving this combination up top. Carl McFarlane is an absolute revelation in this role. He is so much better in his deeper role, man. He's not scoring goals, but he's setting up beautiful opportunities from deep, and that is cracking. All of the credit goes for Carl McFarlane. Jack finished it off. I'm going to drop to balance because we're getting battered on possession, which is really, really worrying, but we are 1-0 up. We've had 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal. That'll do, boys. That'll settle down. We're going to praise, I think. Well, I think we'll hit the praise button. I don't do it very often, but well done. That is very, very good play. Here's Scott, out wide now to Davis. Can he get the ball into the box, potentially? He does. Here's Kington with the header. Oh, it's over the crossbar. Skimmed the crossbar by all accounts, but, you know, it's a bit of a meh header. You've got to do something pretty special from that distance to get a goal there. Minutes of tumbling. They're inspired. We're fired up / overwhelmed a little bit. I'm really happy by that. It's a lovely, lovely goal that we have scored. Just need to try and keep an eye on the boys and make sure they're not doing anything silly. I did tweak the bench a little bit. I didn't change anyone in the start of the 11 because I thought we played well. That's a long range effort, that is. I think teams have realised that our goalkeeper's not exactly great and they're happy to shoot from range. I'm happy with him because he's young and he is developing rapidly, but I do understand a big wise head in goal may be very good. That's a chance for McFarlane. Oh, it's unlucky that. Coyle doesn't close him down and they have a chance to counter-attack, but the highlight ends, so they hopefully did nothing with that opportunity by all accounts then. So they're trying to send in low crosses. We have got 3 tall, very, very good central defenders in the air. So low crosses is probably the better option against us. That is a terrible tackle on Williams. Baines with the ball in, and now it's McGurdy. But Giles holds that one. Well done, Tom. Probably time for another shout again. Let's just shout some demand more as if they react positively to this one. We're not getting the quite reaction from the boys that we used to last year. Last year they used to be fired up or really, it used to be either like absolutely perfect or really, really negative. Some of the players just don't particularly listen to me anymore, which is interesting. Some of them we haven't built a relationship with. That's probably why. Here's Hume with the free kick. Chance for Salford. Over to Williams. Back to Hume. Closed down by 2 players. He should not be allowed to get a ball off there. So you're going to close him with 2 players. Now Garrett. We have forced them all the way back to Piers in goal. Because Piers is going to walk it forward and then plop it to Garrett. Jack, you probably should not have pressed that right there. Here is Garrett. Out wide to Williams on this right hand side. Closed down by Kington. Just shadowed and jockeyed. Now it's back to Dam. Ball into the box, and McCurdy's been threatening that all game. That's a wonderful cross the back stick, and Davis has let him go. Davis, you got to do better there, son. That's not good enough, mate. That really is not good enough. Ball in from Williams. Back to Dam. Dam, lovely cross, and McCurdy gets across his man and heads it in. That's disappointing, that. That's really, really disappointing. Encourage the players, maybe. You know what? I'm far from pleased. We could do better than that. Ben Cabby, shut up and take some criticism. Look, there's a lot to come from you. No, he's still stressed. He doesn't give a shit about what I said. Some of the midfield's having a shit game. Okay, Kington and both our wing-backs are having poor games. So it's probably time to hoik them off. The problem is, I don't want to take Kington off because he's a lot better than Giles when it comes to defensive duty. So I will change the right-hand side, though. Davis for Dyer. We're just going to drop you to wing-back and defend. We don't need you to get far forward. We've got McFarlane and Scott who can roam into that left-hand side position and create the danger instead. You just concentrate on what you're doing up against 2 players, effectively, though. That is the main issue. Here's Dyer. Can't get to that ball, and the goal kick for Carlisle. The minutes are tumbling, and if I'm honest, I'll take a draw here. Like, I'll happily take 2 points in 2 games. I said that I want to try and turn some losses into draws, so I would like to try and turn some draws into wins, but it does keep us out of the relegation zone, which is all I care about, as Oliver has a header that goes over the crossbar. We're doing all right in this game. We haven't exactly nulled them, though. We haven't really shut them down. Damn with the free kick. Is he any good, this right wing back? See, he's all right. He hasn't got exactly great crossing, so you could consider it more of a fluke than anything else, that cross. So McCurdy has been very good all game. Here is McFarlane. Headed down back to Jack. Now it's Scott. Now Coyle. Can he do anything with it? Call out wide to Dyer. Can he get there? He can. Dyer into the box towards Scott. It's a decent header by the young centre mid, but hasn't done anything with it. It's maybe time to pause it and have a little look at making a sub in midfield. Kington is he's improved. He's from a 6.2 to a 6.5, so he's got better, but it's not exactly great. I think we might bring Scott off in this one. We're going to bring Ben on, and we might change. I'm tempted to bring Jack off, but I'm not going to do it. I don't want to change McFarlane because Mooney is not that great in that role. So what we could do, though, is maybe swap them roles. So Jack is going to go deep line forward. We're going to bring Mooney on. Jack's got the ability to play that role way more than Mooney can. And Mooney, hopefully, can go and smash us a goal here to make the final 2 substitutions in the 65th minute. A little bit of a dangerous one, because if you then get a yellow card, if you get an injury now, you're going to be down to 10 men. But Hopefully we'll be fine. Let's maybe tighten up a little bit. Let's not concede anything. That's frustrated most of the players. Our shouts have been pretty poor this game. They have not helped us out whatsoever. Can we get any real action here? Dyer? No. That's a poor throw in that. That's a ball into the box towards Jack though. Should keep it alive. Back to Kington is the easy option. He has done that. Kicks it in towards the box. Mooney's headed straight over the crossbar. It's another half chance wasted. Stats wise, interesting to see. 2 clear cut opportunities, 1 half chance with 1-1 drawing. Yet again, we're not clinical enough. We haven't got that killer instinct, and we really do need that killer instinct. We have injured Williams though, who is probably one of their better players. McCurdy's gone out on the right hand side, so he's now up against Kington, which is interesting to see as the minutes are tumbling, and it looks like we're heading for a pretty boring, pretty dull 1-1 draw here. Twice though we have taken the lead and then conceded a silly goal, and that has ruined our opportunities. That cross was a lot better than the goal we conceded against Salford. One of Giles are holding that. I had visions of that ending up in our own net then, and then losing it to one of the dial embers of the game. So at least we haven't done that. Coyle. Come on, man. Lake. End the game, end the game, end the game. Let's have a little chat to the boys. No one played really bad. Like, a 6.5 is your worst player. It's not awful. It's just very, very tight in this division. It's going to take a little slice of luck, I think, to really stay up. Don't be too hard on the boys. Unlucky? Yeah, see, they don't particularly care. See, they're probably thinking the same as me. Like it was an okay game, but it wasn't great. I've got Sunderland next in the league that I'm going to play off screen. Let's, we're up to 19th, which is a bonus. The one thing I have noticed is our goal difference is very, very good. Only -3 compared to -11, -11, -13, -7, -8, which is brutal for them. So, if it is a tight end to the end of the season, goal difference might keep us up. So that is something to keep an eye on as well. We're not conceding too many goals, which is a great bonus. Bristol Rovers, though, haven't lost yet. They're on fire. Right, schedule time. Let's pick out a game to come back for. And I'm thinking any of these boys in and around us. Mansfield and the team that got promoted with us, weren't they? Let's come back for, I think, Blackpool and Rochdale will come back for that. So I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe and all that vajazzle. And as always, peace out.